Oh, hello there. How's it going? It's Polish Pete coming to you from Omnia Fishing. And today we've got a couple things to speak to you about. First off would be new additions. So this week we've got a couple unique crankbaits in stock. We got the Flap Slap from Megabass in. We have the regular version of the Flap Slap and the deep diving version as well. So what makes these unique is they're kind of a hybrid between a jerkbait and a crankbait. So most people are just going to fish them like a traditional jerk or a traditional crankbait, but you can pause them and they'll suspend like a jerkbait, like the famous Vision 110 will. You can also impart some action into the bait like a jerkbait, so it kind of does the best of both worlds. These have quietly been a favorite amongst tournament anglers for a long time, and the best part about these is that they work all year long. There really isn't a key time of the year where these are going to shine. You can use them in all different weather and cover conditions, anything like that. You can get out and use these year round and catch some fish with them. So check these out on the site, omniafishing.com. Next up, we've got a ton of questions lately as we were expanding upon our line selection at Omnia. We've added a whole bunch of new fluorocarbons in larger sizes and some popular styles or popular brands of fluorocarbon. A general overview of the different types of fluorocarbon that we currently stock and the ones that are coming in, just some guidelines for you would be, if you're looking at price point fluorocarbon, if you're just getting into fishing fluorocarbon and you don't want to spend the big bucks on it yet, a good options for you there would be Seaguar Red Label or Berkeley Vanish. What you tend to find out from purists that fish a lot of fluorocarbon is that the lower price point ones don't have the knot strength or they're have a little bit more memory. These are two good options for you. That's why we went with them in those price points that still have a good fan following behind them. So if you're on a budget and you're trying to buy a bunch of fluorocarbon and you just want to give it a whirl without breaking the bank, try out Seaguar Red Label or Berkeley Vanish. Next up are the two most popular fluorocarbons. This would be Sunline FC Sniper and Seaguar Invis-X. This one here happens to be my favorite, and a lot of my friends, this is their favorites. This would be, in my opinion, the best value fluorocarbons on the market. By that I mean they're not inexpensive, but they're not super expensive, and they're kind of all-around fluorocarbons. The Invis-X is super soft and supple. They both are handled really well. The Sniper is a little different with the lower pound tests. Like I think it's 10 or 12 pound and down is a little bit softer and a little bit more manageable on spinning tackle, and then you get up to the higher pound test, it gets a little stiffer. Where Invis-X tends to run the gamut about the same amount of memory and flex in the line. They're both super clear, both super popular, and if you're just looking for one fluorocarbon to cover all your bases, these are two brands or two models I would look at right here. Next up, we get into technique specific type fluorocarbons, where this one's for flipping, this one's for a lot of reaction bait fishing, and when you're looking about fishing in real abrasive situations, this Abrase-X really shines. This Abrase-X here has a little bit more stretch than traditional fluorocarbon has, so it's really, really durable and strong. But if you're into that low stretch of fluorocarbon, then you want to look more towards the other ones I showed before, or this here. This is bottom contact fluorocarbon. This is Seaguar's flipping fluorocarbon. So this is going to be real rigid and stiff, but it'd be real powerful and good for fishing that bottom contact stuff. And last but not least is the king of the hill. This is Seaguar Tatsu. So this line here features two forms of fluorocarbon all in one. So it's got soft, supple fluorocarbon and it's got hard fluorocarbon all mixed into one, and hence its price point. It's the most expensive by far of the fluorocarbons I showed, but it kind of covers the gamut for you of any type of fishing situation with the best, clearest fluorocarbon on the market today. So hopefully that answers some questions if you're in the market looking at fluorocarbon, and or we have an ever-expanding inventory on it, so let us know if there's any of your favorite fluorocarbons out there that we don't have on the site yet. Have a good one.